It's time to earn the jacket. As a serious runner, I've run Boston once, after it took me like 4 years to qualify. So I'm basically an expert. Here are some tips for running the Boston Marathon. Fuel before the race, preferably with a Tracksmith branded banana from the Tracksmith Track House on Newbury Street. Some employees might tell you that they're just regular bananas with a Tracksmith sticker on them. But we know better. They're super bananas.
Tastes like New England privilege.
Get the required content before the race because you're not actually going to be able to take these photos during the race. Not without violating the BAA's media contracts. Required content includes a photo at the finish line the day before the race. This photo is very important to build anticipation of your upcoming epicness. Also, a photo of the Sitco sign, because you're never ever going to care about taking a photo of a gas station sign again.
It just isn't the same.
Don't forget the street signs at the Hereford-Boylston intersection. Right on Hereford, left on Boylston is a thing that people say. I suppose just in case you're sprinting to the finish so fast, you missed the turn or something. And of course, photos from the expo and a pre-race bib photo. Typically at the expo, they'll have a bar set up where they'll sell you beer. But we know better. And this year, Kipchoge will be around. So the gold prize is a selfie with the GOAT. As you probably know, because you've been trying to get into Boston for many years, the first 10K is very much all downhill. People will tell you to pace yourself on these first few miles, but I always go out faster than I should. I tell myself that I'm banking time. Then when the Newton Hills come, I just fall apart. I'll just tell everybody that I was on track to run a marathon like 12 minutes faster than I actually finished, and hope that they believe that I could be that fast, which I'm not, because I blew up after starting too fast and slowed down like 2 minutes per mile for the last several miles. Mid-April in New England can have very variable weather. After training all winter, it can feel very hot, and because it's the East Coast, it can feel very humid. And since the race is point to point, you could get a headwind the entire way. Huh? Tailwinds? Tailwinds don't exist. That's just how fast I am. On the flip side, Boston can be cold and rainy. Runners who completed Boston in 2018 are in a sort of brotherhood, like soldiers who went through war together. You see that red Boston jacket, and you know. You've heard about the Newton Hills and Heartbreak Hill, and let me assure you, they're as bad as you've heard. As a serious runner, I did minimal hill work and training because running hills would slow down my pace on Strava. So I'm just gonna hope that my super shoes bounce me up the hill. It's important to go into a race with the right mindset. Kipchoge has said to smile a lot. So I'll probably grin the entire time, especially when I see a photographer. I can't let them document me showing pain. I need to make it look like I'm just casually jogging in a sub 3-hour marathon. But I'll be sure not to smile too much when I see the Wellesley girls. I can't have them distract me. But I'll probably run faster than I should to try to impress them. To be honest, this year, all of this advice is pretty pointless because Kipchoge is running, and you're not gonna beat Kipchoge. Oh yeah, last tip, do not carry a GoPro. The BAA may DQ you. Never mind that there are a ton of videos on YouTube featuring encore.
Gentlemen, we've successfully jammed the communications of a certain small-time YouTuber who just won't let it go. We assumed that he would just go away, and people would forget about our policies. like our policy of dragging women off the race course. We must see to it that his following doesn't grow anymore. He must not get brand support, especially from Tracksmith.
Well, he does put the Boston Marathon up on a pedestal as a goal for runners, so as his following grows, it could actually be good for us.
Organize a meeting of the marketing managers for all the major brands. We will make sure he never gets any support. And somebody keep an eye on Kafuzi.
We'll be ready, sir.
Long live the BAA. Long live the BAA.